Hey beautiful people, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today, I am actually bringing back, for the first time, new makeup releases. I have not done this in a couple of months, if we're being honest. And I don't know why. I just kind of fell off. These do take a lot of time to film and edit and whatnot. And y'all know life was lifing for all of like December, November, and January. So I'm bringing them back. Essentially, new makeup releases is where I just go through Makeup on Your Radar's Instagram and just talk about all of the new products that come on the market. I like to come at it from the lens of like whether or not I think these products are going to go on sale, but also mainly like what do I think about it? What do I think about the new releases? Most of which, not going to lie, bore me a little bit. So I don't want to keep on yapping. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I pronounce subscribe real awkward there, boy. But go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. I'm going to scooch over to the side so I can pop up some pictures and let's just dive in. Okay, so because we haven't done this in a while, there's a lot that I can talk about, but I'm just going to, skip around, talk about things that interest me and skip over some things. So just a FYI. All right, starting again on Makeup on Your Radar's page. Let's start from the top. And you know what? This is actually the product that inspired me to make this video in the first place. Natasha Denona is releasing her Bloom eyeshadow palette. Y'all, why? Tell me why. Because we didn't need this. Now, it is a peachy pinky palette. But I don't think that this is new, revolutionary, or even interesting at this point. Quite frankly, I am over all of Natasha's 15-pan palettes, and mainly because I think that they are too large to be that monochromatic. Like, no one needs this much of the same color story or same color family, at least in my humble opinion. I don't need it. And I feel like if you look at Bloom, Retro, not Bloom, if you look at I Need a Nude, Retro, and even I Need a Warm, can't you just piece together pieces of that and come up with this palette? What is new about this? What is interesting about this? What is exciting about this? And y'all know I like a good orange, so some of these swatches are giving me orange, but this is also too pinky peachy for me. I like straight orange, not like the peachy ones. I'm just like bored and kind of annoyed. I don't know why I'm so annoyed by it, but I'm just like, really? It is going to be $69. I don't know when it's coming out. Oh, it'll be available on the app. Whose app? Sephora's, I believe, on the 24th of this month. So, just boring. Just extra boring. I don't know but let me know what you guys think about it. Next, we have a collection from Notoriously Morbid. They're releasing an 8-pan eyeshadow palette. This is Garden Grunge. I don't know. I just find Notoriously Morbid a little bit boring as of late. It's just not my cup of tea recently. I'm not saying that they're bad. I just haven't really been into the brand lately. There's also a couple of lipsticks that they have. I've never tried their lipsticks, so I can't say anything for their formula. I do appreciate that, Notoriously Morbid is one of the few brands that are still, like, handmade and whatnot. But I also, like, was very annoyed by their fulfillment times, which is why I stopped shopping from the brand. And I'm no longer interested. I'm just over it. There's a lot that I'm over. I really need to do like an update video for you guys just to talk about life and where my head is at, because I have not been buying makeup, I've been looking. I'm still very interested in makeup. I still really enjoy playing in makeup. I just been enjoying other things as well, if that makes sense. What I have been really excited about, though, is Blend Bunny Cosmetics just released their Beauty Below palette. Now, this is kind of like the sister to the Law palette that they released a couple years ago, and she is stunning. Now, it is interesting because this palette is not in the gradient format. Blend Bunny has been giving us way more shimmers than they ever have before. It's arranged in sort of quads, though, so you get a light shade, a dark shade, and then two shimmers, a light shimmer and a dark shimmer. And I think that that is a really well thought out design. So even though we're not getting the standard gradient, we're still getting thought out and curated color stories that do have the light and deep, mattes that we all know and love Blend Bunny for. I do have it. I'm actually wearing it on the eyes right now. This is one of the looks that I filmed for you guys. I want to do at least 3, considering that this is a 24-pan palette. And it's only $45. I do have an affiliate code with the brand. I did get it in PR. You guys know I get Blend Bunny in PR. You guys know I absolutely love the formula, especially their mattes. Is the shimmers my favorite? No, but their mattes are amazing. And yeah, $45. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Anyways, so just be on the lookout. Make sure you subscribe because I will have a review for it. Like I said, I'm wearing it right now. I actually filmed this look for you guys. I haven't done a blue look in such a long time. Such a long time. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, now this one did catch my eye, but that's because I have been feeling so neutral as of late that every neutral palette just makes me want to, like, break my neck to go and buy it. Okay, so this is the coffee palette. I think that's what it's called. I love coffee palettes and coffee house vibes lip collection from Clarity Cosmetics. This is so dang on pretty. Even the swatches are pretty. I don't know if I like the layout of the palette in that sort of book format, but it's such a pretty one. I like that the pan sizes also look a little bit smaller. This is a stunning neutral color story. It's also a very basic neutral color story. Like, I understand that I'm in love with this, but I also have this 10 million times over, so just let me have this one, you guys, okay? The palette is actually $54, and it looks like there are 3 lipsticks, or a lipstick and 2 lip glosses, like a matte lipstick and 2 lip glosses. Not sure what that bundle is, but if you want the lipsticks and the eyeshadow palette, it's $90. That's not bad for 4 products. Not bad at all. I have not purchased from Clarity Cosmetics in a very long time. And that's partly because the last time I knew Clarity Cosmetics, they were working with a pressed pigment matte formula that was really hard to blend. Just unblendable. I'm assuming that has changed. I think it has, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, but I'm just also not interested in bringing any new brands into my collection. And like I said, it's a matte palette. It's kind of unnecessary because it's this sort of neutral, not matte palette. It's a neutral palette. I have so many neutral palettes, you guys. And now that I've been loving it even more, I've really been diving into them. So I don't need to add another one because all of that can be like duped 10 times over in my own collection. So we have a new skin tint from Milk Cosmetics. This is the Hydro Grip 12-Hour Hydrating Gel Skin Tint. I was feeling it because it said Hydro Grip, but then it said hydrating, and I feel like skin tints already tend to be a little bit on the greasier side, and I don't need hydrating things for my skin. So this has hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, squalene, aloe, like all of the good things to keep your skin nice and juicy. It's $36, which isn't bad, but I just don't need... Not only do I not need a skin tint, but also, what is up with this shade range? And I understand that skin tints don't need to have the same level of number of shades that other, like, you know, foundations have because they're meant to go across multiple skin tones. But what's going on here? Like, and this is the thing that bothers me with a lot of brands is that, you know, we complain about not having darker skin tones. And I 100% think that brands need to do better. And the solution that brands have is that we're just gonna skip out all of the medium deep complexions and go straight to the dark. So they're gonna address the dark category, but everyone that's deep or medium deep, just screw y'all, basically. And that's kind of what this is looking like, because ain't no way. I don't even think I have a shade for me in this. And no shade. I just don't think that there's a shade here if I even wanted to try it. No, and I don't. I'll be clear. I have more foundations than I could ever need. I realize it takes me a long time to get through them, so I need to finish that up before I even think about bringing another one into my collection. So let's move along because that's not for me. Okay, so Say, and this one did catch my eye, surprisingly so. Say has a new talc-free powder blush. Is Say black owned? Or did I make that up in my mind? I might have made that up in my mind, but I think they're one of those like clean beauty brands. Also might have made that up in my mind. The blush is $28. The reason why this caught my eyes is because it reminds me of the MAC blushes. It has the same kind of components. It's also see-through, so you can see the color from the top, which I like. And it does look like it's a baked formula. It is a baked formula. It does say that. Yeah, only $28. That's not bad. It has squalene, glycerin, hyaluronic acid. Like I said, it's talc-free. These are also very, very pretty shades. So because I like that MAC formula, this caught my eye and immediately thought of that. And I was like, I wonder. Because it also looks like it might have a little bit of a sheen to it, but not shimmer. Because one of the things I hate about those sort of shimmery blushes is that they be greasy. They're not greasy. They be so shiny that it's like, ugh, it looks, at least on my complexion, it looks so bad. There's only been one kind of like shimmery blush that I've really enjoyed, and that is the Bare Minerals Blonzers. Those work. I don't know why, but they work. Every other one just doesn't look right on me, in my opinion. Moving along, Unearthly Cosmetics is doing a collab with Xander. I've seen this person, but I don't know them, and I don't follow their content. Is it just... Oh, I think it's just a highlighter. Oh, I thought there was more. Did I miss something? Or is it really just a green highlighter? Oh, it is just a highlighter. Oh, I thought it was a larger collection. Okay. I don't need a green highlighter, but congrats to them. Colorpop, they've done this already. Okay, so they're repackaging and re-releasing their 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. These were their monochromatic series that they did. I think this is a good idea in terms of like the monochromatic series in 9 pans. I don't know if they needed to re-release this, but you know, maybe people want to get a fresh one because it's been a while since they've since these came out. So maybe this is... No, it doesn't say that this is reformulated. It just seems like they just repackaged it. So I don't even think it's an updated formula. It is $14 so that's not a bad price. And it's also super interesting that this is coming at a time when Charlotte Tilbury just released her 9 pans, which we will get to. We will talk about that next. But this is cool if you're on a budget. I think that the Colourpop formula is decent. It's nice. It's okay. I haven't used Colourpop in a long time, y'all. So if it's improved in any way, please forgive me. I have no idea. But I also feel like once you started using Patricia and Tasha and Danessa, like it's really, really hard to go back to Colourpop. You know what I mean? So I have no interest in picking up any of these. I do like, you know, some of the color stories like Wild Child, which is a really rich, warm palette. Even the Gone Metal one, which is like cool tone neutrals. Like these are nice. These are nice. So yeah, if you're on a budget, this might be a good, you know, option if you don't want to talk about if you don't want to spend Charlotte Tilbury, which let's get to that next because I have been kind of like losing my mind a little bit on it. And I know that's a little ways further back, so let me scroll and find it. So Charlotte Tilbury released 6 Beautifying Eye Trend eyeshadow palettes. Now these are limited edition 9-pan palettes that retail for $60 a piece. Though I think what shook us all is that these are in clear plastic packaging, which is not something that we attribute to high-end or luxury products. This is what we see in the drugstore. Drugstore brands typically will give you the clear packaging. Don't get me wrong, I like clear packaging because it makes it very easy to see what the product is, but I don't expect that from Charlotte. I don't expect that from Tasha, and I don't expect it from Patricia. So when you give me plastic, the same way in which like when Patricia gives us cardboard, it just feels less luxury. It feels so cheap, you know? And I was just kind of like confused by this in a way because it is cheap, but it is $60. And I don't understand the correlation because I feel like if you're going to cheapen the packaging, I need you to drop the price to reflect the packaging, you know? Like, at max, I felt like this could have been $40. $35 to $40 with that packaging. That being said, the two that did catch my eye was the green one and there was like a warm toned one. What was that? Sensual Sunset is the warm one. And the green one is Emerald Effect. That one had, I think, the most interesting color story and the one that offered more than just monochromatic. It could be both like neutral as well as green, which I appreciated, but it also had more shimmers than mattes. So it wasn't a really great balance. Now these palettes are supposed to have sort of multiple finishes, so you get mattes, chromes, some diamond dimension. And I thought about it. Don't get me wrong. I thought about it in my moment of boredom. I was like, ooh, maybe I'll buy one. No. With, you know, talking to Ash and Kara and Yadi, they were like, girl, go sit down somewhere. And that's why you need friends that will tell you to go sit down somewhere, because I needed to go sit down somewhere. I don't know who I thought I was. I had definitely lost my mind for a good 5 seconds. So I talk about being bored by releases, man, but also still wanting to spend money for the sake of spending money. Anyways, that was that. Don't really care for it. Let me know if you guys bought it. I did watch a couple of videos because I was curious, and I know that some people had issues with the quality, which, again, cheap packaging and the quality is questionable. Like, I saw some people blending and it was a little patchy, so it's not worth it, at least for me and my pockets, you know? So let's keep moving. Rabanne, it looks like they have, oh, these are blushes. I thought these were eyeshadows. So they have mini blush palettes, $30 a piece. Looks like both, like they're cream formulas. These are pretty. It really only looks like 2 would work on like the dark arm, because those others are going to be way too light. Either way, cream products are not my cup of tea for the most part. I rarely, if ever, use cream products. Oh, can we talk about this? Danessa Myricks has had a couple of shade extensions. So in her skin tint, she's added a couple of shades. Is it just 4? Maybe 4 shades. Which is really nice that she's still like improving on a line that already exists, as well as in the blurring balm powder, which I have been obsessed with for so long. This is beautiful. It's a primer and a foundation. I don't know how to use it any other way. I know it's supposed to be hella multifunctional, but I just use it basically as like a primer and a foundation in one, and it works, and it's very, very matte. If you have oily skin, this is the product for you. So it's nice that she's extended it, and this is $36, so not bad. I just finished mine, actually, so I've been thinking about repurchasing it, but I do have other foundations I need to get through. So I kind of want to make sure that I use up some other ones first before I even think about getting that again. Although, like, if it does come and it's summertime and I do need a matte one because I don't want to be sweaty and greasy in the summer, I might just pick it up again anyway, you know? Okay, let's keep going. So Viseart has a new Paris Matte Attendu. This is like a pinky all matte palette. No. Other than like seeing very clearly that at least a third, if not at least a third, if not half of that is going to be dusty on my complexion. It's all mattes. It's so boring and dusty for people like me. It's $44. I'm not buying that. I'm not even interested in that. So it was kind of funny to look at and be like, well, yeah, hard pass, hard no, no ma'am. Oh, this is also a really cute collab and release. I was really surprised by this, but it is exciting. Morgan Tuna, who's a creator and one of my favorite creators here, has a collab with Oden'S Cosmetics. This is the Love Language palette. It came out for like the Valentine's Day season. So it's a full collection. You can get the Love Language palette for $43.90. And there's a lip collection that is $59.07 or $13.90 each. I didn't really pay attention to the lippies, so I don't know what they are. The palette is nice. It's a cool toned purple pinky palette. Just not really my vibe, but I know that Morgan loves purple. She's always talked about it. So this, I think, is great for people who like love purples but want something that leans a little bit more on the cool tone side. This just does not suit my makeup taste right now. This is interesting. I'm not in the market for fragrances, but I just scrolled to this Born to Stand Out fragrance, and only because it's sitting on top of a, I'm going to say this looks like a cutlass mango or a long mango. You know, I know the specific, you know you're Caribbean when you know these specific types of mango. It's not a Julie mango, it's not a Doodoo's, it's either a cutlass or a long mango. It also kind of rotten, which is concerning to me. But that being said, it was on top of a mango, so it caught my eye. Now, the notes for this are mango, orange, and orange essential oil. Those are the top notes. The middle notes are mango, lassi, bourbon vanilla, Tulu resinoid. And then the base notes are oud, leather, sandalwood, and cypriol. This is interesting. Now, first and foremost, you guys know that I don't like gourmand fragrances at all. Like, I don't want to smell like food, but there is certain food I'm willing to smell like. I have a very short list, and that is like coconut. I love a good coconut. I don't mind smelling like coconut. Vanilla, and it has to be a certain kind of vanilla. I don't mind smelling like vanilla. Mango. I don't mind smelling like mango. I don't want to smell like a baked good, kind of like, you know, like a pie or a muffin kind of food. Like, I don't want to smell like a type of baked good, but like the core notes of like mango, coconut, and vanilla, I'm fine with it. And considering that the base notes of this are like sandalwood and leather and oud, which is very, very musky, slightly more masculine type notes, I'm intrigued. I'm curious. I don't know who this is. I've never heard of Born to Stand Out, but now I'm just interested. Oh, and look at this. They have one below it, which is a guava. Now I am extra interested. Is this like a whole line of fruit-based food? And I love a guava. I love a guava. So they have guava as their next option. And the fragrance notes to that are guava, cardamom, and mandarin Madagascar. The middle notes are oud, geranium Madagascar, peony, and rose. And the base notes are cypriol, patchouli Madagascar, ambrosta, and grey amber. I'm also intrigued by this. I might have to check this out, because now I want to know what the price of these fragrances are, because I don't mind smelling like a guava and a mango. I don't mind smelling like I'm on an island at all. I just don't want to smell like I'm a bakery, if that makes sense, you know? Let's keep going, though. Unearthly Cosmetics has the Thinking of You palette. This is a 9-pan warm eyeshadow palette. It's really pretty. Kind of like oranges, peachy, brown, reddish, goldish shades with a little pink in there. Oh, yeah, this is cute. I like this. That's actually very diverse for a 9-pan palette, but also like sticking in a specific color family. And it's only $28. That's not bad at all. It doesn't look like there are any special shades for, you know, and Unearthly does a ton of special shades. This is all just like standard shimmers and mattes. Okay, let's do a couple more and then we can wrap up this video. Like I said, I know I haven't done this in a while and I'm not really trying to, like, you know, do everything that I missed in the last 3 months, because that's just stupid. But I want to talk about just a couple of things. Okay, so this one is fairly recent. Attitude Cosmetics, they released their Ink and Roses palette. I'm reaching for it here. So goddamn pretty. I just finished filming with this. I need to actually film an intro and an outro for this palette. It is beautiful. Attitude Cosmetics is one of my absolute favorite brands. It's a UK-based brand, so do with that what you will. That actually means nothing. It's a UK-based brand, so it's great for you if you are like based in the UK and you want to find a good indie brand, but you don't want to pay US shipping prices. Because I also don't know what's happening with the cost of shipping now that we are under new administration, and you know there's a lot of tariffs and a lot of things going on with trade. So just something to be mindful of. Either way, this is beautiful. I consider this like a parallel spicy neutral palette, in that it's not neutral, but it's like still wearable, which is why it's parallel, and just so dang beautiful. I loved how this performed. I really enjoyed working with this palette. They have some of the most beautiful like mattes. I think they blend really well. They also like are really good with getting mattes that have like a depth that works for deeper complexions. I got the palettes in PR just as an FYI, but I really appreciate how their products perform on my skin tone and my complexion. It's just so good. Actually need to swatch that today and film my intro and outro. So remember, Jamila, so far behind, you guys. I'm so far behind. Let me do like 2, maybe 3 more, and then we can wrap this baby up, because this is my first time back. So I think a shorter video isn't terrible, right? Right. And if there's something that I missed and you guys want to hear my opinion on, let me know in the comments and I will definitely talk about it. Like I said, I've been looking. I may not have been buying, but I've been looking. Okay, let's talk about these. Victoria Beckham has these new eye wardrobe palettes. These are stunning. They're absolutely beautiful. And they're $50. I think the refill is $50, but if you want the palette, isn't it close to like $90? It's stupid expensive. Now, this is gorgeous. I would love this. I just am not willing to bring another high-end brand into my collection right now. I'm just not in like a let me try new things and new formulas mood right now. I also have like a huge backlog of products that I need to go through, which is partly why I'm not in a let me shop and buy everything mood. So I think it's gorgeous. I know my friend Quairbones, they just uploaded their review of the palettes, and I'm pronouncing her name terribly. I'm so sorry. Beauty. She also purchased it, and I saw her do a look with with one of the palettes. Stunning. She's gorgeous, and it looked so good on her. So I know that it's beautiful, and I know the quality is amazing. I'm not willing to bring anything new into my collection, especially not at that price point. Speaking of kind of like also taking a break from brands, Cosmic Brushes, they released their Lovers palette. This was their Valentine's Day release. Now, you guys know I love Cosmic Brushes because they are one of those brands that's just cheap. Just straight up cheap. Like, don't get me wrong, the formula is nice. They have great quality products. Is it the best formula on the market? No. But for the price point that they charge, listen, you can blend a little harder. You can blend for a little extra couple seconds, you know? So considering the prices of their products, I am willing to put in some extra work. That being said, is this a beautiful collection? Yes, it's absolutely stunning. Is it something that I was in the market for? Not really, to be honest, because I feel like my Cosmic Brushes palettes, because they are not my favorite formula, I don't really reach for them after I'm done doing a video on them. They're amazing quality for the price point, but I have better quality products. So on a day-to-day basis, that's what I'm reaching for. And I didn't want to bring this into my collection just to do a video on it because I don't find that to be particularly beneficial. Especially because they send out so much PR and you guys have already seen the videos. Now, if you guys do want me to do a video on it, I am willing to spend the extra money to buy it because it's not that much. But only if y'all really, really want to see it, you know? And let's find one last thing to talk about. Okay, and let's end on this new Isamaya collection because I'm looking here and I'm seeing that these are going to be available at Sephora. Now, Isamaya has been pretty much relegated to her own website as kind of like an independent brand. So interesting that they're going to be moving into Sephora. I do have a couple of products from the brand. I actually picked up their entire cowgirl, I think that's what it was called, but the horse collection because it was on like super sale during the Christmas season. I think I paid $75 for everything. Mind you, I think the palette was more expensive than $75. So to get the full collection for that price, it was great. I'm very excited. I can't wait to use it. I do appreciate the Isamaya eyeshadow formula because they do so many different textures and formulas in one palette that I love the versatility of that. I don't know what this collection is, though. It looks like a lot going on. So there's a skin enhancing duo. It's a cream and blush highlighter for $39. There is a cream contour stick for $40. A lip plumping serum for $38. A mascara for $32. An eyeliner for $38. A correcting concealer with caffeine for $40. There are 8 lip balms, and it looks like they're $32 a piece. And no, do not pay $30 for no lip balm. Listen, at that point in time, that lip balm needs to apply itself, okay? And that lip balm needs to have the elixir of life in there because ain't no way $32 for lip balm. If you don't get you a $1.25 chapstick from the Dollar Tree or throw some Vaseline on your lips, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Anyways, there's a lip liner for $28. A sheer metallic balm, again, lip balm for $32. Face glaze primer for $38. A skin tint for $44. And a hyaluronic lip. That shouldn't be a word. Hyaluronic lip plumper with hyaluronic acid for $38. And then a microbial gel face prep primer for $40. There's so much going on in this collection, you guys. So much. I don't want any of it, but like, let me know if you are picking it up or if you'll continue to be interested in Isamaya and her brand. All right, that's it. Let me scooch back in the middle and we'll wrap up this video. Okay, so that was fun. I forgot how much I enjoy doing these. You know, new makeup releases are just a fun way for me to like get my thoughts out on collections. I do this already in my everyday life when I get a chance to talk to Kara, Ash, and Yadi about the new makeup releases. We're constantly texting and, you know, talking about it in our little group chat, but I miss talking to you guys about it because you guys share your thoughts and perspectives and give me different ways of thinking of things that I haven't done before. So I am really excited to do it. It has me motivated to keep doing this. Like I said, I would do this one, but I wasn't sure if I was going to make it into a series again, but this makes me want to make it into a series again because that was so much fun. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on any of the products that I talked about today in the comments below, or if there's a product that I didn't mention because like I said, I missed several weeks, couple months. Let me know if there's other products that you want me to talk about and I can include it in next week's video. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much more than you know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.